just think you can flap your yap. No cap, yo, we looking at the facts and stats. Second city gritty to across the map. Put your cleats on your feet while we run some laps. Buckle up your seat while we have some chats. Who the GOAT on the court, pictures and running backs. Plug in your jacks and you're whipping your phone. Shalom, let's get it on, just a set in the tone.
Welcome everyone to the Setting the Tone podcast. It's your boy Tone here, and we're about to do a Bears Bear Down podcast. I have a regular contributor with me, my guy, my man from way back, Jerome Sims. What's up with you, man?
Oh man, nothing much, man. Just enjoying this off season.
What you think about this off season so far, man? With the moves they done made, the reports that came from training camp. How you feeling, man, about the squad?
As far as what? Well, as far as the latest signing, Yannick.
All of the signings up until now, and Yannick, the signing with Yannick.
I'm gonna start there because that was the whole thing, the whole purpose. Everybody keep talking about pass rush. So
right.
I mean, we got a guy to get after the quarterback.
Facts.
I just hope he still put in those 8 sacks minimum. Bring that to the table.
Why would he do anything less than that? I mean, if we look at his track record, it's an 8 sack minimum every season, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm not gonna knock it.
Yeah, I think we can bank on that. Yeah.
What's that?
I really think we can bank on that. I mean, his track record, his history says nothing less than 8.
Right. But that's what, a sack every other game?
Right.
So it is what it is. We got some pressure for him.
Right.
I mean, we do got somebody coming off the end.
Right. Now with the addition of him, that's kind of like a multiplier. It makes everything around him better, right? It makes the other D end better. It makes the D line better because they're gonna double team. They're gonna key on him. They're gonna put they're gonna run schemes his direction. Am I right about that?
That I mean, I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy, but at the same time, just watching some of the tape of him, they ain't really been doubling him.
Okay.
It seemed like most of his sacks they come in speed rusher.
Speed rusher.
So yeah, he a speed rusher, and he come off the edge. Most of his sacks, real quick.
That's what's up. I like that. Yeah.
Kind of remind me of a Robert Quinn.
Okay.
When he do his little chop move, he kind of leave his feet. But that's how he get most of his sacks.
Okay.
Coming off the edge, stripping the ball. I like the 20 strips for his career. So that can also produce some turnovers, in which Flus keep preaching.
Right. So I hope he's like Robert Quinn on every odd year, right? Because every even year he ain't doing too much. On the odd years, he getting them sacks. Yeah.
Right. You ain't lying. I think that's where we went wrong.
Yeah. We had him on the odd year in 21, and he got all those sacks. 22, we traded him in 22, in the middle of 22. So
right.
Okay. But we should have just let him go in the summer or whatever. Yeah.
He had a bunch going anyways before we traded him.
Yeah. And
so whatever how it worked.
Philly didn't get much from him either.
Not if we can go back and get him.
Now we can go back and get him. It's an even year. It's an odd year, yeah, 23.
Right.
But
what do you think about the Mercedes Lewis? I kind of felt that was gonna happen.
Why did you feel that was gonna happen? I didn't see that coming.
because everybody kept talking about how he fits the system. How he was a Luke Getsy guy. You
So
know, being in their system, he would be the most productive tight end that's out there.
I saw his stats, and they didn't look too good the last few years.
No,
How does
he's
he? How
really
does
more
he?
of
How does he fit
a
the system?
blocking
Okay, that's what I was
blocking
going to
tight
say.
end.
He's a blocking tight end. Is what I was going to say because
Yeah.
he ain't getting catches and yards at all. Very few.
No, dude, but yeah, that's what most of the rave was about, was him being a blocking tight end,
Okay,
up there in Green Bay. So his production as a receiver wasn't, I guess, wasn't needed. It was his blocking.
so teams gonna see that though when we put him in the game, they gonna be like, oh, they running.
Right,
They
right,
running. Or he's just gonna be pass blocking. But I wouldn't put him in for pass blocking because we need another receiver with in the tight end spot. So yeah, we running
right,
in the game.
right. But that's with you saying that. That's the whole thing with Yannick as well. If he's in the game,
We blitzing.
that's a weak spot because they can run toward him.
Yeah,
He's not a really good run defender,
right,
as everyone noted.
right.
And I've seen, a couple of plays to where dude don't look like he put much effort, if they're running his way,
Okay.
So again, I hate to be a Debbie Downer,
So
but
that's why
you
we have
know,
a rotation of defensive ends, right?
right?
We gonna put him in
That's
when we want to get to the quarterback, when third down or whatever, you know, passing downs, things like that. But when we in our run package, we're gonna put the other guys in. You know, who is it? Travis Gibson. What's the other guy? Smith.
Terrell Lewis.
Terrell Lewis. Uh,
But that's what that's another thing I was thinking about with the roster and the depth.
mhm.
Who's gonna make the roster then? How many defensive ends do you think we would carry?
So let's see. Terrell Lewis, I think he'll make it. Yannick will make it. Travis Gibson and wait, Demarcus Walker will make it. I think it's gonna be
Right?
between Travis Gibson and
Dom
Robinson.
Rob.
Yeah, Dominique Robinson.
So some
One of them
they ain't
not
gonna
gonna
want
make
to
it.
stash nobody on the practice squad.
Nah.
So somebody ain't gonna make the roster. Somebody gonna get cut.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think, who would it be? You know,
They
could
drafted
be
Dom
that guy.
Robb last season, so I think he wouldn't get cut. I think they'll give him
Okay,
another year to develop.
okay,
So
yeah, but I don't think he you can't stash him on the practice squad
no,
though.
he gonna play. They're gonna develop him and play. That's how you develop playing. He's gonna play.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And I've heard a couple good things about him in camp, but he's still a little raw. He's still a little raw. And
true,
but with those veterans ahead of him, we don't have to rely on him to be, you know, the man. We can put him in and let him develop whenever, we need to give those guys a breather or whatever. But
right, right, right.
I don't think they brought in DeMarcus Walker just to cut him. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. And then Terrell Lewis came
And
out of nowhere and surprised everybody. They ain't gonna be able to stash him, so they got to keep him on the roster.
yeah, because he's
They
very
wasn't really
versatile.
expecting. They wasn't expecting that out of him, from his past or whatever. But I guess he got a new life, man. Lose lease on life because he playing
That's
hard.
that's that's what it is when you're trying to get that contract.
Yeah, and they probably
You're
like,
gonna
oh
play
shit,
hard.
we got a problem here. We got a guy that's gonna ball.
Yeah, and he been giving Braxton Jones the flux,
Yeah, I
from
saw
what I
Braxton
hear.
Jones in the interview talking about he got to work on his hand placement because he's getting beat in practice and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
he
mean, he's
still
very honest
still
about
can't
it. Yeah.
handle the bull rush.
No, no, that's not
You
what
know,
I heard. I heard he's handling that. I
well,
heard he's handling that.
that's
I
that's
just heard
fine
his,
with me.
his hand placement. is just wrong. I like he's anchoring properly. He's getting that down. It's just his hand placement is what I heard.
Yeah, probably. Well, I heard that part too, but I also was here. He couldn't handle that bull rush still.
Well, we about to find out when it comes to Yannick if he can handle a rush. That's gonna be another level of testing for him.
I mean, he's good against the speed though.
Okay.
It's just that's what to me that's what Yannick presents speed.
Right.
He's a speed rusher. That's just my opinion of him. You
Right.
know,
And that's just
I don't think Yannick might be strong enough to might be one of them bull rushing defensive ends
right. That's more
like Walker
Marcus
is.
Walker. Yeah.
Right. The Walker he got some weight behind him.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna apply some pressure.
Yeah. I think Darnell Wright and Braxton Jones are the keys to the offense this season. Because the receiving core looks good. Justin Fields looks like he took another step. But can we protect them on the edges? That's gonna be the key. Because the other offensive linemen, I ain't even worried about them.
Uh, Man, I have to take a page out of your book, and I hate to do this.
Out of my book.
Yeah, I
Okay,
hate to do
let
this.
me hear this. I want to hear this one.
I'm worried about Tevin Jenkins.
So
I'm
what's
worried about his durability.
Yeah, I heard he was injured. What's the injury? Do you know?
And
You know,
they're not saying.
yeah,
They're
I'm
not
about to
talking
say
about none of
Eberflus
it.
don't really tell you what the injuries are. Yeah,
Right, right. They're not talking about none of it. And at the same time, he was sitting on the sidelines. I was worried about Nate Davis in the first place when he missed OTAs and the first couple of days of padded practice, you know, he was out. So to me, Nate Davis, he was a little shaky anyways, in my opinion. But now you got to worry about the two guys. You just switched TJ over to the right, to the left side, and you just brought in Davis.
Nate Davis. Yeah.
So them two, I kind of worry about.
So are we saying we don't have an O line still?
On paper, yeah. On paper, yeah.
Right.
We
So
also got to attack. Get some depth as well.
so we worried about Braxton Jones handling the rush, the bull rush.
Yeah,
We worried about Tevin Jenkins' health.
yeah.
Nate Davis
Unfortunately,
Nate Davis came over and he kind of shaky. That's 3 of the 5 offensive linemen. And,
right,
and then we got a rookie on the other end, so we can't really put it to anything to him like saying, "Oh, we worried about him or not," because we don't know. That's the unknown.
right. We know his skill set.
Yeah,
We know his skill set, and reports out of camp is he's gonna be a good one.
yeah.
He's gonna be a good one.
But we got
But
3 out
if
of
we
5
can get,
offensive linemen with question marks.
unfortunately,
I just thought we was over that hump this season, man.
well, when you get reports out of camp that Braxton Jones is still shaky, we was me personally, I was looking for him to take that next step.
Hmm.
But I wasn't expecting to hear from out of camp that he's still a little shaky. And then first thing you hear, out of camp when they put pads on, when you already worried about it, is his durability is Tevin Jenkins you know leave next day of camp early. Then you get first day of pads. Nate Davis don't show up for the first couple of days, so it just causes you to worry a little bit.
So I really shouldn't be worrying a lot. You saying?
I
I'm worried a
I
lot right
don't think
now
not
listening
right
to
now.
you, huh?
Not right now. I don't think. And hopefully, whatever they're going through is just little small injuries or so. Just some, they don't want to aggravate later.
Word. Hey man, what's that jersey or shirt you got on? That look nice from here, man. Stand up for a second. Let me check that out.
Oh yeah, it's one of them ones that
Yeah.
I wore it I'll put on online somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it's a little decent t-shirt. A little decent t-shirt. Had to put on a proper gear
For
for this
sure.
podcast.
For sure.
Talking about our Bears.
I was on somebody else's podcast yesterday, and I had on my other Khalil Mack jersey, the white one.
Okay,
He was doing a sports podcast.
okay. Yeah, again, I almost grabbed that one. I'm like, shit,
Mm-hmm.
I need a current player. So I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting.
So I listened to Eddie Robinson on in the press conference. He's like, the energy we have right now, the excitement that's going around us like right now is like 2018, even better when they got Khalil Mack. He said
Yeah,
the excitement is even better. It's like, okay.
but I think that excitement was there before he got there, before they
Yannick?
signed Yannick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that excitement was there. 'Cause that our defense sound like it's gonna be humming this year. We're gonna surprise some people,
I
especially with
think
that
so.
secondary, that back seven.
Yeah, our secondary was tight last year without a front, and I think if the
Right,
front is better, it's just gonna make the secondary even better. If we can just get any type of pressure, so they don't have to cover for so long, it's just gonna make them
right.
better.
They still produced 14 turnovers though.
Yeah, they good. Our secondary was good last season. That was like the
Yeah,
only bright spot other than Justin Fields, in my opinion.
yeah. I agree. And with the addition of with long ass TJ Edmonds across the middle,
Yeah,
and then you got Edwards, on the weak side. So man, they look good.
yeah.
You
Justin
know,
Fields was talking about Edmonds' presence, like in the middle of the field.
right,
Yeah, he was talking
right,
about how that makes the defense stronger. You got to actually throw over him and stuff like that. It's like,
right, because of his length.
yeah, he's like, it was making him even better as a passer. So that's cool.
Yeah, and I didn't know dude was that damn tall. Be 6'5", and he can cover so much area.
Yeah,
So like I was saying before, he's like a Brian Urlacher in that Tampa too.
that Tampa too.
You need a long, lengthy middle linebacker. So I think Edmonds is going to be a nice presence, for us over the middle.
Yeah. I was also hearing we got a cornerback battle going on with the number twos, second corner.
Yeah, yeah. That kid from Minnesota,
Terrell Smith versus Tar-
Stevenson.
Tariq Stevenson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't been hearing much about Kendall Vildor either, so
He
it
ain't
must
getting on
really
the
be a
field.
battle
That's good.
between.
Let him watch. Let him watch. As long as those boys don't get injured, we good.
Yeah, I
Vildor is
like
a
the
decent
physical
backup.
presence.
Yeah.
I like the physical presence that Stevens brings.
Hmm.
That he's real physical over there.
Yeah.
We gonna need a good one on the opposite side of Jalen Johnson.
Yeah. So one of those guys gonna be the guy. I mean, they battling out. They both rookies. You know. So they're gonna get tested by the other teams. Rookie corners.
Right?
Jalen
So
Johnson gonna have his days where he ain't gonna have to worry about it. They gonna people other teams gonna swing their guy over there unless we switch Jalen Johnson with the top receiver every time he goes to the other side of the field.
yeah, they tried that last year, so I want to see if they do that again
Yeah,
this year. But I'm as they say, iron sharpens iron.
facts.
I'm hoping with the addition of DJ Moore going against those young corners, you know that that'll help their game as well.
Yeah, they'll know what to look for from those top
Right,
receivers. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because they say Stevenson was doing pretty good against DJ Moore.
Okay.
And a couple of one-on-one reps.
Yeah. I
Uh,
like those corners we got, man. We're gonna be straight.
yeah, I really believe so. Like I said, I believe our defense is gonna surprise some people,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I believe Gordon is gonna make that next step.
He's looking good in camp too, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, yes,
They
he's
put him in the
looking good
slot,
too.
and they leaving him in the slot, and he's killing there.
Right,
That's
not too
good.
much on his plate.
Yeah.
And
Like
then some
next
other
week.
two young guys, everybody in one position, you can concentrate, you
Yeah.
can work better because you can just concentrate on your position.
I guess the slot is a more natural fit for him because he's excelling there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
He's looking really good. He's looking really good. Right now as they, I'm worried about with the addition of that 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 defensive tackle that we just signed
He
to the
big wide dude, right?
right from Carolina.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now. We got a lot
Yeah,
of DTs though, man.
right. So I'm thinking like, how many we gonna carry? You signing all these dudes.
I
You
mean,
you know you must not you must not be happy with what we looking at.
I think they're gonna have a rotation. That's what I think they're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time,
Keep them
you
legs
know,
fresh.
right? Well,
Well, some of them gonna be used on running downs, and some of them gonna be used on passing downs, and we're gonna rotate, the players in their proper order. You know, all of them not gonna be able to pass rush. All of them not gonna be
no.
able to run stop. So we need a plethora of them, and then rotate them. You don't think so?
Well, it's to me that's all about roster spots.
Yeah.
How many defensive tackles are we gonna carry? Because okay, one to we got the two rookies.
Right.
They're gonna get a roster spot. Then we got Justin Jones and Andrew Billings.
Billings. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I believe I believe those two are going to get a roster spot. They might try to stash Bill on a practice squad. Then who else?
So I'm looking at the roster right now. They got Billings and Pickens and Bell and the guy we just got, Bravion, all at nose tackle. That's four players that was that one. Hold on. One, two, three, four players at nose tackle. That's a lot.
Yeah, right.
And then we got three defensive tackles: Jones, Dexter, and Andrew Brown. I don't even know anything about him. I ain't heard nothing. And then
Yeah, I think he was a late signing last year.
okay, so we don't need four nose tackles.
No, we don't. No, we don't. That's
we
that's
we
that's
can
why I
go
was
this. We
wondering,
can go into the
who we
season with
going.
three. One of them not gonna make it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even go
because
with
we
three, but I mean, I understand going with three just for depth and injury concern.
so we got to have a backup three tech.
So the defensive tackles, Jones, Dexter, and Andrew Brown. Those are three techs.
Okay.
We got three of those. So we good.
Yeah. Then you got Billings.
No,
Uh,
Billings, Pickens, and Bell and Bravion are the nose tackles.
right. So yeah, we not carrying all those.
Nah. We should carry two or three of them, but not four of them.
And then the depth at defensive end. How many linemen we gonna take?
So
I
at
mean, how many
defensive end,
linemen we gonna carry?
they got left defensive end. They got shit. DeMarcus Walker, Raheem Green. He's been playing pretty good. Terrell Lewis been playing pretty good. And then Jalen Harris. That's four left defensive ends. We don't need that. We don't need that. Right defensive end, Yannick, Travis Gibson, Dominique Robinson, and DeAnthony Jones. Four of those. That's 8 ends. We got 8 defensive ends. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I get it because it's training camp,
Yeah, yeah.
but so you need the bodies, but it's just looking at who's actually going to make the roster, who's going to be good enough to. Because when they make these signings, you think about their contribution to the team,
Yeah.
and who can actually make the roster.
And we just look at the guys that really not making a big impact in camp,
Right,
and those the
right.
easy cuts.
So you know he done that dude started. He was in what 60 games they said.
Which dude is this?
The one we just signed from Carolina.
Oh yeah, yeah. Bravion.
Right.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking most of those bodies, just camp bodies to push the younger boys.
yeah.
But at the same time, you might get a surprise out of somebody.
Right.
You
So
know,
we already know Billings and Pickens will be on the roster at the nose tackle. And we got two more with Travis Bell and Bravion Roy. Those the other.
I think Bill is going to hit the practice squad.
Mm.
I think he's going to need some time to develop.
So we can keep three then, right?
Yeah,
Bravion can stick around.
right. Bill is going to hit the practice squad.
Okay.
So I think we're going to have a nice rotation
Yeah, that's gonna
because
be dope. That's gonna be dope because we can keep their legs fresh. You know what I'm saying? Teams gonna have to really be on their A game against us. We got all those fresh bodies and quality players. You know what I'm saying? Last year
right,
we could
right,
have had a
right,
rotation and they wasn't quality, so it wouldn't matter.
right.
Teams just
And
running all over us.
man, maybe Jones can flash a little bit earlier besides fourth quarter.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Then again, you can
But still
still kick
with
Walker
Pickens,
on the inside.
yeah, but with Pickens, that'll help Jones stay fresher and
Yeah.
and Pickens can flash.
I think
Jones is not flashing.
when you talk you might be talking about Dexter.
No, I'm talking about Pickens at the nose.
Oh, okay. Cause I thought Dexter was going to be at the nose.
On the depth chart, they got Dexter at the DT at the 3 tech
Oh, okay.
behind
Man.
Justin Jones.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I thought Pickens was going to be the 3 tech. So
When we drafted him, I felt the same way, but I don't know.
okay, so that's not how they got them playing.
Right.
Okay, okay. I can see that because they was talking about working on Dexter's mechanics
Right. Right.
and coming off the ball to fixing his stance.
Yeah.
So if they do all that, I can see him really being disruptive because he
'Cause they
was
say he got the
going
speed. It was just
huge.
the way they were using him in college. They say he got the speed and the quickness. They just wasn't
Right,
using him
right.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was more of a
Kind of like a
like read
spy
and
almost.
react.
Yeah. Read and react. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Because that's what I got from him, you know, um, looking at his college tape was
Right.
he was, more of a read and react type player.
I was watching something with his college coach, and they was like, "Yeah, we was using him like that." But
Yeah.
Bears was
He
like,
had a
"Nah,
nice anchor.
Yeah, the Bears was like, nah, he got quickness and speed, so they don't have to use
Okay,
him like that.
okay, okay. Well, that's gonna be a nice addition to see because
Right,
I really thought watching his college tape that he would be a really good nose tackle
right, right. He probably
because
could
he
play
got it.
both spots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
he got a
probably play
nice
both
anchor
spots.
as well.
Right, right.
He got a nice anchor as well, so that'd be good to see.
Like if somebody go
Uh,
down, he could probably back up at that spot or whatever.
yeah, I think our run defense it's
It's
gonna
got
improve.
it's got to improve because it was the worst last year. Can't
Right.
can't go nowhere but up.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, shit.
That's why I keep saying I think our defense gonna surprise some people.
I think so too, man. I think it's gonna surprise us. I think it's gonna
Yeah,
surprise us as Bears fans. I think we're gonna be like, oh shit, we got something going on defense.
right. Because I like how Briscoe flying around.
And I was gonna mention him early. Yes.
Yes, Briscoe is
Oh,
he's that boy. He's a baller.
he's a dog, man. I love him. I
Yes, he
liked him
is.
last year, but training camp is showing me another level of him. He's just the man is a dog. The man is a dog. He got a season
They
under his belt too.
yeah. That's exactly what I was just going to say. That season under their belt really got them comfortable.
Yeah, he
Because
know what to
when you're a
do.
rookie
Yeah,
and you drafted so high, you got those. They are expecting you. They have these expectations of you. So, they more relaxed and, in the system, and they feel a little bit more comfortable.
right.
And then so sometimes you got to remember these are kids,
Yeah, our team is
when they coming out of college.
yeah, our team is very young. I don't know where we ranked that as far as the youngest teams or not, but they're very young.
Yeah,
And although as
I
fans,
didn't realize that.
we put high expectations on them, and they young, so we gotta kind of be patient a little bit.
Yeah, right. But okay, yeah. Well, I didn't realize exactly how young we were,
Hmm.
and we got real young on defense.
Yeah,
We got really young on defense,
but
young
we,
and
we got some
fast.
veterans sprinkled in there, so that should
Right,
that should help
right. But
the growth and the maturity of it. Yeah,
but at the same time, they're young veterans,
yeah. They were saying that we don't have any, we didn't sign anyone over the age of 28.
and Yannick is the only one that's 28.
Right. That's
So
crazy.
we are pretty young. We got young really fast. I like that turnover that we had. At first I was against it because I was like, man, we ain't got no veterans. We ain't nobody's there.
Yeah.
But we got some. As you said, we got some really good quality players.
Quality, right. That's the thing. Like last year, we realized that we got a roster, but they ain't quality. We just got
Right.
players. And that was by design. Poles and Eberflus did that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? See who can prove it and to get rid of all of that salary cap. You know what I'm saying? So they did
Yeah.
that and now they building it back up. That's what's up.
Right. He did a really good job with the roster turnover.
Yeah.
He did a really good job with that because first I was, as you call me, pessimistic, you know, and yeah, I have to agree, I was. I wasn't too keen on how he was doing things, but now I'm coming around and I'm starting to like what he's doing.
Yeah, man. It's like we as fans have to show a little patience because it was a rebuild. It's not gonna happen
True,
instantly. It's not gonna happen. It
true.
wasn't a reboot. It wasn't a small teardown. It was a total rebuild. It was like knocking down the Sears Tower and building something else there. That's what that was last year.
Right,
You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
So we got to be patient about it, and then we got to watch the moves that he make. And he making smart moves. He ain't signing no dumb deals. You know what I'm saying? He's signing good deals with these players. He got Yannick on a 1-year deal, a prove it deal. If that man prove it, we gonna have cap space for him next year. You know what I'm saying? If he don't prove it, we can plug somebody else in there. One of the young players like Dominique Robinson might take the spot, might grow into it, but we ain't
We can draft
we ain't
someone.
overpaying. Or we could draft someone. We ain't overpaying for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Which is good.
Right.
Which is good. We'll overpay when you prove it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have to overpay
I,
eventually.
but my thing is, uh, as everyone is saying, he's just a year and gone. No one has re-signed him for a reason. I mean, for some
Cole
reason,
Kmet. Cole Kmet just re-signed.
yeah. Hey, but they can use some of that money as well to re-sign Jalen.
So this is what I was thinking about Jalen Johnson. We can re-sign him because he's an excellent corner. However, with the two rookies showing so good, it's gonna be hard for Jalen Johnson to get that second deal. It's gonna be hard. If them two rookies keep improving, his position is already covered at a lower wage.
Yeah,
Already.
yeah.
If both of them keep battling out through training camp, and both of them have starter qualities, one of them gonna take Jalen Johnson's job next year. Even though Jalen Johnson is a good player, the excellent player, they're gonna be good enough to take his spot without us overpaying. That's the problem. What's the problem with us drafting so well? Now, if we would have drafted trash, Jalen Johnson would get his contract next year. But we
True.
drafted pretty good at corner. I didn't think we was gonna get two good ones. We got two good ones.
Right, but we got to see it on the field though, because
Facts.
we just hearing what they are in training camp.
I mean,
You know,
and they rookies. They gonna get tested in the real games. They gonna get
right,
toasted. They gonna get
exactly,
toasted as well. They gonna get burnt. But are
exactly.
they gonna? But is the upside gonna be good enough for the Bears to be like, yeah, we don't have to re-sign Jalen Johnson? That's the question.
I've been thinking about that too, because they drafted two for a reason.
Well, I don't know if they thought both of them was gonna hit. They was just like,
But you went up and got Stevenson. You
right.
traded up to get
But
Stevenson.
Stevenson was necessary because we was moving what's his name to the slot. So Stevenson was
Right,
necessary. But then
right,
what's his name? Terrell Smith came out of nowhere. We drafted him later and we got him later in the draft, like 5th round or something, right?
right.
So
I don't think he was a surprise.
you don't think so?
For the no, not when they drafted him. But for us, yeah, he's a surprise because he's a 5th rounder.
Right. So they knew what they was getting though, you're saying.
Right, exactly. They knew
Okay.
what they was getting. But Stevenson, I think they more banking on Stevenson,
Yeah. But
as being that number 2
right.
opposite J-Line.
But if Stevenson and Smith develop, you got them on rookie deals.
Yeah,
You
but
control your cap.
just
That's just
just
business.
think
Control
about the
your cap.
depth. That's true, but just think about the depth you have, even if they re-sign Jalen.
No, I agree with that. However, there's another drive coming next year. We already see they could drive corners. They're gonna draft another one. They know they could draft corners, so they're gonna draft another one.
And you still got a couple of undrafted free agents that's on the roster that's been pretty good as well.
Right.
So we don't necessarily have to go corner if we re-sign Jalen.
Now, if we re-sign Jalen, we don't, because then we got 4 corners that are starters.
Right.
But I'm just saying,
And
why re-sign Jalen if the 2 rookies pan out to be starter quality?
yeah, that's true, but
Not that
I like to see.
I'm against re-signing Jalen, but I'm just saying, as on a business side, as Ryan Poles, like, I could put that money somewhere else. I ain't gotta, I got 2
Yeah,
young guys.
you can put that money somewhere else, but why not keep it in the family?
Keep it in, because that wasn't his draft pick.
Yeah, there you go with that shit.
Hey,
I knew that was coming.
you brought that up to me before on some other players.
I was trying to avoid that.
because that wasn't his
So
pick.
I knew that was coming. I was trying to avoid that. But yeah, you're right. But at the same time, even though he's not producing the turnovers that they preaching on,
Right.
when you shutting down when you shutting down they top receiver, you know, you don't really do you really need the turnovers?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the
Because
turnovers
that
just icing on the cake. But if you stopping the top receivers from producing, you're doing your job.
right. And it's not his fault, if they move him to the slot or unless they got him fully, just covering their top receiver. If they move him around, then if he's to cover this receiver on his side, then
Right.
that top receiver, once they move him around, he's the responsibility of the other corners.
Right.
So I don't know. I think
It's
just having
it's a
his
beautiful
presence
headache to
is
have
good.
right now. Yeah, it's a beautiful headache
Right,
to have because you
right,
got
right,
four
right.
solid corners and you only need three.
Yeah, you only need three, but you also need depth behind them.
Facts. But if you're a starter and I can tell you, you got to sit behind him because he's a starter too, you ain't gonna like that.
What? Well, no, you ain't gonna like it, but that whoever's sitting, they better up their game.
But they all starters. We saying they all starter quality. One of them gonna have
Right.
to sit.
Yeah, somebody gonna have to take a seat.
Yeah, you ain't gonna like it.
But as you just said, that's a beautiful problem to have.
It is. It is.
So shit, well, why not pay J Line?
Mm-hmm.
And you still got them two rookies over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Brisker and Eddie Jackson still back there for another season.
Right.
And we straight back there. That back end is good. That's what I'm looking at.
What's our slot corner again? I forget his name.
Gordon.
Gordon. Kyler Gordon. I
Tyler
keep thinking
Gordon.
of Kyler Fuller, but Kyler Gordon. Yeah. So
No, that dude gone.
yeah, I know.
I used to like, yeah, Kyle Fuller.
Kyle
Yeah, he
Fuller.
was a good one for us.
Yeah. But no, we have a beautiful problem at corner, and I'm just gonna wait till I see it play out.
Yeah,
We have the depth this season for it. So if anybody's injured for a few games here and there, luckily we have the depth, and then we'll see how it
yeah,
goes moving forward.
right. Because it looks like we put a lot of emphasis on the defense. A lot of changes that was made on the defense this season.
Oh, it had to be. We were the
This
worst defense in the league. Yeah,
right, right, and you can see they put a lot of emphasis on the defense this year,
yeah.
and it's like unfortunately it's like they neglected the offense because we still need some depth there as well.
Right. So this is why it's a good segue. Justin Fields entering his third season, second season under this coaching staff and this offensive system. And we're saying that emphasis was on the defense, but everybody and a mama expecting Justin Fields to show improve this year or another quarterback need to come in. Is that fair to him if we didn't emphasize offense? I mean, I think we put some emphasis on offense with DJ Moore, Claypool, and a few pieces on the offensive line, but was it enough? And if it,
Right, that's you're right there. I don't mean to cut you off, but that part right there,
Mhm.
a few pieces on the offensive line. We need some depth right there. That's what we need, the depth. I don't think we have it right there.
Yeah, because if one person go down, we got to start Borum, we got to start Leatherwood,
Right, exactly.
guys like that.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to. I don't know. I guess he was good up there in Green Bay, but I'm still trying to see the faith that they have in Patrick. I,
Yeah,
he was trash at guard. He got two series at center.
yeah.
So
I
me,
would
I'm
back him up.
like
Yeah, I would back him up at center because I wouldn't trust him at guard.
me. I'm like I want to see them young kids, Jatari Carter. You know, back up Nate Davis. Leatherwood, I wouldn't mind seeing. I wanted, see something out of him.
Now
Other than that,
I've been hearing good things in camp with him at guard, at the backup guard.
okay.
They saying
'Cause I
backup
ain't heard.
guard is.
I ain't,
Yeah, I heard something like a day or two ago. Like, nah, he's looking good at backup guard. Like they might have found his spot for him.
okay, because him out there at
Right,
right tackle,
right
he
tackle
was
is not the move.
nah. That did not work. That did not work at all. Dude was like a robot out there,
Yeah,
and even for 10 plays in a game, he was not good. So I'm him being a solid backup on the left side should hopefully he can benefit from that. That's what I'm hoping for. He provide some good stability in the back. As a backup, and you know Larry Bourne as a swing tackle, he's all right. He's a good fill in.
okay.
To give
He's
somebody a breather
he's a backup that you would trust.
as a coming in for a few plays. Yeah,
What if somebody go
but
down? He has to come in for a whole game.
right. That's where I have a problem at because he will put me in the mind of as a Jermaine Ifedi. That dude was trash.
Yeah,
And you bore him, he's all right, but he's I think as a swing tackle, he's just good for a couple of plays. Get somebody a breather, and
uh-huh.
you wouldn't notice that he was in there.
So we went on like a 90-yard, 80-yard drive. He come in for a couple plays to give somebody a breather.
Right there, you go.
Gotcha.
That's how I see Bourne right now. Well, we got him on a rookie deal, 5th round pick.
Yeah,
He was serviceable, for a minute.
right. So what we got? One more year on him as a 5th-round pick. How many years we get on the
Yeah,
fifth?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Again, he'll be a good a good swing tackle.
Okay.
We get Darnell Wright. I think he's going to be a good anchor over there on the right side,
Right.
and hopefully,
Braxton.
hopefully Braxton can provide an anchor, and
Hey,
he
he's a 5th-round pick for a reason, man. Are we putting too much emphasis on him or pressure on him?
yeah, as they say, if we putting too much emphasis on him because he's a 5th round pick? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if you made the NFL roster, they know your weaknesses or whatever. So, they knew it when they drafted you.
Right.
So best thing, just work on your weaknesses like he's been doing.
But everybody has a ceiling. As a 5th-round pick, what's his ceiling? You know what I'm saying? Is it that high?
I guess we'll find out.
Like,
I guess we'll find out. But
you don't think his
before
ceiling is Darnell Wright ceiling, huh?
no, I don't think so. Because no, when you gotta, unfortunately, as he said, I went to Wright, so I can get some pointers for myself. And he, when you got to go to a rookie, even though y'all probably the same age anyways, and you go to him for some advice, or,
You got a whole year. Yeah, no, I don't think it's a problem. Even with a year of experience under his belt, Wright is a highly touted player. He's gonna
true,
he's on another level. So I'm gonna be like, yeah, man. Hey, can you show me something?
right,
He ain't no 5th-round
and,
pick. He a 1st round. He a top 10 pick.
true. Everybody can use some advice from somebody.
Right.
No matter where you was drafted, or
Right.
if you good and you got it, get seek them out.
Yeah. That reminded me of something I was watching yesterday with Dominique Robinson. I know we on the offensive side right now, but Dominique Robinson, I was watching this not a documentary, but I guess it's like a document. He was talking about last year when he was slumping towards the end of the year. He was trying to figure it out on his own. And then he just said, forget it. I'm just going to ask the coaches what I need to do. I'm like, damn.
Sometimes, I mean, sometimes you need that. I
But why
mean,
didn't the coaches come to him and already tell him, hey, you need to work on this? He had to ask them. I didn't like that part. Like you, the coaches, you supposed to have my best interest, right? Because we on the same team.
True.
He
But
asked the coaches
he maybe he wasn't, I guess, um, that high on on a depth chart,
high on their
or
priority because they
right,
benched him. They wasn't playing him that much anymore because he was slumping.
right, right. He flashed that first game, and then
Yeah, he was talking about that. And then he said
next
after
thing
he
you
got
know,
some advice from them, the last few games of the season, he got back into form. He was better. He was just like the first game. He was good again. You know.
yeah, yeah. So I
You
mean,
should have thought of that
sometimes
sooner, huh?
yeah, for real.
he said he
Sometimes you got
just
to do that.
yeah, he just said he was all he's the kind of person that he try to figure it out himself. Some stuff you can't figure out yourself. You got to get some outside eyes to
Exactly,
give you some
exactly.
pointers. Yeah,
That's that's just being a hard worker, and just trying to perfect your craft.
yeah,
Just being a better player. So if you want to be better, this shit, just ask.
yeah,
Ask everybody on the outside, who's overlooking you or looking in. What can I do to get better?
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Just I was hearing, I heard, like, with switching back to the offense with Khalil Herbert, when
Mhm.
they was talking about him and his pass pro.
Yeah, I heard they blew him up in
And-
practice.
right. And they he's like, it's more of a mental thing for him. So if you gotta, get mentally prepared, for for what you finna do.
Is it a mental preparation or is it like, oh, I need to block now? Which one is it?
Yeah. Right. It's gotta be the mental preparation, because you gotta block.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you can't get there mentally, then that's a problem.
Because I heard he was like, it was one block that one pass rush that came in. He wasn't even ready for it. Like, kind of like they was rushing and he wasn't prepared to rush. I mean, to prepare
Right.
to
He
block.
wasn't ready for it.
Like,
Yeah.
hey
So
man, you're
that
not gonna
that's
be running on every play. You're not gonna be catching passes at the backfield. You're gonna have to block on some of these.
right. So that's gonna be a problem. And from what I gathered, him and Deontay, uh, he wasn't a big pass blocker either.
Right, right.
So, with them being in the game, we gonna have some issues with pass pro. And
Well,
I'm hearing that.
that's why our quarterback is Houdini back there.
Right, right. But we trying to keep him back there and be more of a quarterback.
Yeah.
So they got to do a little bit better.
I'm gonna push back on that definition a little bit because it's 2023. A quarterback ain't just a statue in the pocket now. You can move around now. You can run.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
But at the same time, when you got somebody back there that's talented as Justin, with the arm that he has, you know, now you don't want him back there getting killed.
facts.
But as a free runner, you don't want him getting killed as well.
Right. Taking too many hits.
Right, right. Because I think the boy is gonna be good. I think the boy is gonna be good. I think we got us one.
I think so too, man. They asked him about a 4,000 yard passer, and he said he think he can do that, and he think he can do it this season. I
I
don't know.
think he can too.
I don't know about this season because I think our team is going to be more run heavy than pass heavy.
Mm, I think he can too, because he's been airing it out at training camp.
Okay.
That boy Tyler Scott, I think that was a really good draft.
I was
That
saying
boy
that as soon
is
as you.
a
I was thinking
burner.
about him. I was thinking about him as soon as you said that. Tyler
Yeah,
Scott.
that
He's
boy
dropping
is
them.
a
He's dropping some
burner.
passes, but he's catching some, and you ain't gonna be able to stay by his hip. He gone. He gone.
Right. And the thing about it is, they said DJ Moore got some sneaky speed too. They was like, on film you don't see it, but when you out there, that boy got some sneaky speed too.
All of our receivers, our top four receivers, are 4.4 or better speed.
Right,
You know.
right. And then Claypool been balling out
Yes.
in training camp.
Hey, that's
So
my guy, man. I've been telling you, chill on Claypool, man. Let him work it out.
yeah, that's true. Because at first I was a fan, anyways.
Okay.
His first couple of years in Pittsburgh.
Right.
So I was wondering why he fell off. So I was really happy about the trade because I thought, come over here and ball out, and maybe a change of scenery would do him good.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just as they say, you need an off season to learn the offense, and I guess he been making preparation,
Yeah. They say
and
he's been
he
studying
been
really hard in the off season for it.
right. He been out there balling and chirping too. So
Yeah.
I'm digging that. I'm
He
digging
got
that.
he got the size, he got the speed. Now he knows the offense. He's gonna be a keeper if he has a good season. It's gonna be
Right.
between him and Mooney. One of them ain't gonna stick. But
Yeah, one of them ain't gonna stick, but they said Mooney been playing too.
yeah. But I'm just riding with Claypool for the simple fact if they both have good seasons, I'm riding with Claypool because he's just different from the rest of the receivers that we have.
True, true, true.
We got a
He said
Darnell
he
Mooney and Tyler Scott.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
and
We don't have
both
a
of them some
Claypool.
burners.
Yeah, we don't have a Claypool. We need a big
No, we
a
don't.
big target. We need a big target.
Yeah, we do.
And
We
he's not
do.
just a big target. He's a big target that's physical
With
and
speed.
speed.
Right,
So
right. Yeah, so I agree, but I like all our receivers
I
actually.
do too. I do too.
But
I even like
somebody is
Equimanius St. Brown, man. I even like him a little bit.
yeah. I mean, he's a good run blocker,
Right. We
you
need
know,
that. We need that.
and he's got a rapport with Justin too.
Right. And he's a big body as
So
well. He's a big body as well.
right, right, 6'3" and fast.
Yeah.
He's also fast.
Big
So that
receivers are a premium in my opinion because corners can cover the little guys, but the big guys can just post them up, man, downfield. You know what I'm saying?
true, true, and I don't know that our roster turnover is right now. No, for me, only question I have is the depth on the O line,
That's the big question mark for you.
and I think the receiver room is a tremendous upgrade.
Facts.
Quarterback, yeah. I don't. I think you keep. I think you keep Badgett on practice squad. Get rid of Peterman. We
Yeah, he
don't.
gotta
We.
go.
I mean,
He gotta go.
just keep the young arm with you in Badgett.
Yeah. I
See
agree.
what he can do. And damn.
Groom him, in the
There you
practice
go.
squad. Yeah.
There you go. Groom him to be Justin's backup.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that'll be good. And in the running back room, we'll see. Because
I think we got
somebody
runners and receivers out of the backfield. We just don't know if we got pass blocking out of the backfield.
right, right, and at the same time, both of them is on the last year of their contract.
Herbert and Foreman.
Right, Foreman we only signed to 1 year.
Okay.
And I think Herbert is on a rookie deal, if I'm mistaken.
Okay.
And we already got Roshan, so then you got
He's
Travis
he's in the
Homer.
wing. He in the future. He the future. Roshan's the future.
Right, right. I'm still waiting on all the hype from him. He
Yeah.
got a lot of hype, and
Yeah, we were
I
talking
want to
about that.
see that.
I want to see what it is about. Yeah.
Right, I want to see what it's about.
It must be
And
about something.
something's there. I
Something
don't
is
want to hear the
there.
character part.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I don't want to hear the character part. I want to hear about you
Can,
playing because you was
right.
a
Can he
backup
can he
for years.
run? Yeah. Can he
Right,
run? Yeah.
right.
What
You was
kind
a
of what
backup
kind of
for
vision
years.
does he have? What kind of agility does he have? You know what I'm saying? I want to see those things.
I mean, being an ex-quarterback, you can see how he can help Justin.
Yeah.
When he in the game, and see things that probably Justin don't. As a from as a quarterback perspective.
Right.
But you was drafted as a running back, so I want to see what the hype is.
Yeah. I want to see him in preseason, man. See what he can do. Put him on the field. Let us
Right.
see him. Let us see him. So because y'all picked him and y'all believe in him, We don't see him.
Right.
We ain't seen him do
Right.
anything.
We don't see it yet.
We don't see it.
We don't see it yet. You know, Tristan Edmer, I think he's going to be practice squad bound.
Ooh, yes.
And
Travis
you
Holmes
know,
gonna
so
stick.
I don't know. Somebody ain't. I mean, probably Travis Holmes was more of a special teamers
Right, so he might
as
stick.
well.
Most teams keep four running backs, and because he has the special team uh, on his resume, he probably will stick.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
supposed to be a good pass catcher out the backfield as well.
Yeah.
So
Four
yeah,
running backs.
I can see that.
Yeah, four running backs, and then you got special teams experience. That gives him a leg up.
Right, right. Like I said, Ebner, he's going to be a practice squad bound.
Yeah.
So but everybody's saying you don't even get no flashes out of him. I ain't been hearing too much out of him. In training
Nah,
camp.
nah. But we're gonna see in these preseason games because it's only 3 games, right?
Yeah,
The first and second game, they're gonna get a lot of tick.
right.
We're gonna see.
We should get some tape from when they had these joint practices.
Yeah.
So
Who is
he
our
could
joint
pop
practice?
in
Who's our joint practice competition?
Indianapolis.
Okay. And then we
So
play them in the preseason.
yeah, yeah,
First game, yeah.
right. So I think if he popped in, show something, he'll have a chance.
I can't wait, bro. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm itching for the
'cause,
season to start.
yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm right
Hey,
there with you.
before we end this, a lot of people were saying the Packers were gonna get swept in the division. That's their prediction.
Yeah.
Packers getting swept in the division.
As a fuck the Packers, of course, I would love to see that.
I would love it too. I can't make a prediction, but I'm like, as long as the Bears sweep them, I don't care what happens with them against the Lions and the
Thank
Vikings.
you. Thank you. Fuck them.
Yeah,
Fuck them all.
right.
Mainly
Exactly.
fuck the Packers.
Exactly.
But,
If they
at the
beat
same
the
time,
Lions once or twice, I don't care. Long as the Bears sweep them.
thank you. Thank you. But but to answer your question, no, I don't think that that they'll get swept in the division.
Okay.
I don't think nobody is going to get swept in the division.
Mm.
So there's going to be some losses. Detroit's going to lose even though they're favored.
Didn't we
On
get swept in
paper.
the division last year?
Say that again.
Didn't
Did
we
we
get swept?
just
We got swept in the division last year.
Yeah, we did. But that's not happening this year.
Yeah, we're so much better on paper.
Yeah, that's not happening this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, and
Oh,
everybody sees a decline from Minnesota. I don't
yeah.
think they're gonna fall off too much.
Dude, they lost so many starters, man. They lost so many starters. They cut and then didn't resign and stuff like that. They lost a lot. I can't even think of all of them right now, but they lost a lot of starters. And
Yeah, but
it's gonna
they
take
not
something for them to replace them. It's,
they 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 still got Kirk Cousins. You got to give that boy his props. They still got Jefferson.
as long as it's not prime time,
And,
Kirk is good.
and Kirk, I mean, Kirk's been good. I mean, his stats say he was good.
So Justin
You
Jefferson,
know,
they lost Thielen and they lost Cook.
but they got Addison.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Kirk ain't got nobody to dump it off to or hand it off to.
Well,
They
don't they? Well, that's why they let Cook go because Matson is supposed to be a decent backup. He was supposed to be a decent backup for them.
and Cook is the truth. I don't care about no decent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean,
We'll
those
see. We
they
gotta see. I think they
right.
downgraded a lot. I think they downgraded a lot on offense and defense as far as the players they lost. And
Yeah, they did.
and then the fact that they won so many close games, then they lost so many quality players. those close games becomes L's.
Right. There
You
you
know what I'm
go.
saying?
There you go. So that division is good. It's going to be more. I think it's more of a 50-50. You know.
50-50. And
Right.
and the
I don't
whole
think
world is
nobody's going to
behind the
truly
Lions,
dominate.
man. The whole world is behind the Lions winning the division. I looked at
And
they
Detroit
won.
is going to beat Detroit.
They going Lions gonna Lion. I looked it
There
up.
you go.
In our lifetime, the Lions have won the division 3 times. You know how old we are, man?
Yeah.
They won the
3
division
times.
3 times in our lifetime. I mean, I'm counting all the way back
Even back
to when we were born.
to
I'm counting all the way
Central.
back. I'm counting
All
all,
the way back to the NFC Central.
yes. I'm counting all the way
Oh,
back.
wow. Wow. 3
Yes.
times.
3 times.
Wow. Okay.
So
That's a
I ain't
while.
I ain't putting no faith in them, man.
Uh-uh.
None. To win the division, I
I mean,
believe it when I
you
see it. I believe when I
there
see
you
it.
go. They have the talent. I will say that.
They do.
They do have the talent on paper. On paper, they have the talent. So, but that's the same as Green Bay. They still got some players.
Nah, they
They
still
just
got a good defense.
right.
They
They
still got
still
a
got
running
some players.
game. They still got a running game.
Yep.
They have young receivers that started to prove themselves at the end of last season.
Yep. And who do they
But
sign?
they got a basically a rookie quarterback. He's been
Yep.
sitting on the bench for a couple seasons. So we gonna
But
see.
unfortunately, we've seen how that has worked out for them. Sitting a quarterback for a couple of years.
But it
You
wasn't like
know,
their first year they would lighten it up. Their first year they was still stinking. It's
true.
after that they start lighting
True.
us up.
Yeah. So hopefully that trend don't continue for them.
Nah, I hope not. I'm
Hopefully
I'm betting that it don't.
right. They keep them keep getting them Don Mikowski type players
Yeah,
from
look,
now on.
this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they're not the worst team, so they can't get Caleb. But I'm hoping they,
Oh,
you know, what I'm saying
yeah.
they
Okay.
just good enough to miss him.
Right. Okay. I forgot about him.
Yeah,
He's
if they get Caleb, they gonna
or
start.
Drake May.
Yeah, if they good enough to get a top 2-3 pick, they finna start that shit all over again.
No,
We
we
don't
don't
want them to
need
do that.
that.
Yeah, we need them to get like
But
fifth number 5 or something, anything like that, because those guys will be off the
or,
board then.
or just stick with Jordan Love. He's good enough for them to to maintain the ship, but
Yeah,
not that good to where
yeah.
you know he excels.
They gonna stick with him just to see. Hey, let's see if he pans out because they did extend him, so stick with him
Yeah,
just to see
but
if
that
he
was
pan out.
1 year contract.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a
Stick
one
with
year
him a couple
contract
years,
for
just
him.
so stick with him a couple years and waste a couple years. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. There
Try
you
to
go.
figure it out. Yeah,
While we excel,
exactly.
because I can see that happening. In the division, I think everybody's going to be go pretty much go 4-2 or 3-3, 500 type ball in the division,
Mm,
and you ain't gonna really see nobody break away until this season play out.
right. It's this the other games that is going to separate everybody, not the division games.
Right, right, right. That's what you're gonna see, as you say, the separation
Okay.
and um how good we are, and opposed to how good we are in the division.
Okay. Hey, speaking of the division, speaking of the Bears, speaking of Justin Fields, did you place your bet on him, man? MVP bet?
No, man. I think they're doing too much with that.
Yeah.
They hyping it up. I like the hype, but I don't know. You never know. It depends on how the season fall out.
Look,
Shit.
I heard one take where, and I agree with it. He will have an MVP type season, but the Bears will have to be really good for him to get the MVP. Like he will be individually, he's gonna have that season, but the team will have to be good enough for him to get it. I agree with that.
I
I
I
like
I would go. I would say we would have to. I think go like a 9-7. or
That's low. Okay, I can see that because I got them at 8 wins. So
no, I mean for that to happen,
yeah, that's what
and
I'm saying.
we
That's
get in the
low.
playoffs
Yeah.
we get in the playoffs like Jacksonville did
Okay.
by winning the division.
Okay. They kind of
Now,
won a division by default because the Titans kept losing. the
yeah,
Titans kept
right,
the Titans had the division, but they kept losing.
right, and we could actually see that. I mean that can happen for us as well.
Yeah.
That can happen for us as well. So I can if we get into the playoffs like 9-7 and Fields have that type of season, I can see him winning it.
Hey,
But
if
we
he
will have
passes
to
for
go
300 3,800 yards, I say, and then he runs for another 400 or 500 yards, and we have a
yeah,
9-10 win season. Bucky,
right,
yeah.
right. I can see it. I can see it. Now I can see Flus getting coach of the year, with that, because
You know,
he
Poe's
brings
getting executive of the year if we do all that.
right. I can see it because like I said, at first I was really skeptical of Foles. You know,
Yeah,
him
I know you.
trading Mac and him getting rid of everybody. But I can see the big picture. I
Yeah,
can see the bigger picture. So
destroy and
I can
rebuild.
chill on him a little
That
bit.
was the plan. Destroy and rebuild. Like, look, we got all this dead cap, so I can't make any moves. I can't make any. The previous GM left my hands tied. I can't make any moves. So let me get rid of the dead cap now, and
Right,
might suffer for it this year. However, moving forward, we gonna be in position to sign the players that we need and the players that I can, that I want. And that's
yeah.
exactly what he's doing.
He's been a really smart GM.
Yeah,
He's
you
been
could tell
really
he learned a
smart.
lot, man, being under the wings of those guys in Kansas City and things like that.
Right. He has his limits. You don't go over them, and
He stick to his guns, man, for
right.
real.
He stick to his guns. He get the players that he want. You know, players that love football
Yeah.
that want to come in here and play.
Then he's got his assistant GM and who
Yeah.
who almost got picked off by another team. And then he said
Right.
he's got a good scouts team around him, and
Right.
he said he's got a good salary cap team. He talks to them about, hey, how does this project in our future if we do this, and that with this player. So he leaning on all his people that he's supposed to lean on for help. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to do it all by himself.
Right. As it is a term that that they've been using where they said they work with each other.
Yeah,
So that's shit. That's the key, I guess. You're not working for this person, even though that's your boss.
yeah,
Y'all working together.
yeah,
Y'all working with one another. So that's good. He's able. He has said on multiple occasions that he's able to take criticism from his scouts and
yeah,
go against them and ask them why and go against the grain and accept criticism from them. And that if that helps you be a better GM, then shit, by all means,
yeah.
we need you.
And then now we got Kevin Warren in the fold as our president, and I
Right, right,
about all the connections he has around the league. So Poles should be
yeah,
able to lean on him too. Hey man, call him, see
right.
what you can do for this, get it for this player. Damn,
Because I see the organization, coming into the new age.
21st
They
century.
come, right, right. They coming of age now. Using all the analytics, using all the resources that's out there, and
Yeah,
you can see it, in the turnaround.
yeah, for sure. All right then. Hey man, I'm gonna wrap this up. We had a good conversation, man. We really broke it down. Hopefully, the season goes well for us, man. We're gonna go through this training camp and this
Yeah.
preseason, and
Oh yeah.
it's gonna be
I
fun to
think we're gonna
watch. I can't
surprise.
wait.
We're gonna surprise some people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey man,
Especially in the division, especially with them Packers. We're gonna start off 1-0,
oh for sure.
and
So take it from
let
there.
it right. Let the train ride begin.
Yeah, team's gonna be worried about us. That's all I can say.
Right, right, exactly.
Hey, Sims, I
I agree.
appreciate you coming on, man. Thanks, my brother.
All right, now. You have
All
a
right.
good one. We'll holler at you soon.
Yes, sir. Talk to you
All
later.
right. For
All
sure.
right.
Yes, sir.